Ford.
I should go. Mom is expecting me back.
Like, that's true. You said it yourself, she doesn't care about your whereabouts.
What do you want to say?
Please, trust me, Ford. I'm doing this for your benefit and no one else's, I promise.
I'm used to broken promises, and if you're lying about that, then I'll never trust you again. So do you really promise?
Yes, Ford, I do.
Alright, I'll trust you. Don't break that trust.
See you tomorrow.
Maybe.
Ford heads home with Raylan, and Freddie heads downstairs.
Is Ford okay?
He'll be fine.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I've got a phone call to make. I'll see you later.
Oh, right then. I'm going to go to my room.
Fine, I'll go play games with Tommy.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose it's just you and me now.
Games!
Is that your mobile, Eve?
Yes, what do you think it is?
Eve grabs her phone quickly and answers it before walking out of the room where she was with Connor.
Freddie, is that you?
Yes, it's me.
No one's listening in, right?
No, they're not.
So what do we do now?
Kara only said that we couldn't tell anyone, but we can still help them.
You're smarter than I gave you credit for. How do we help them?
We need to track down Amber.
And how in the world do you attempt to do that?
I'm not sure.
I should talk to Johnny.
You... what?
Well, I haven't spoken to him for 3 years.
That's a bad idea, Eve.
Not to me it isn't.
But he hates you.
Yes, and a lot changes in 3 years.
You're so annoyingly stubborn.
You met me for the first time today. How do you even know me?
Exactly, I don't.
So you don't like talking to a stranger on the phone?
Eve, it's not that. I just prefer to get to know people. I don't just trust anyone. My best friend's aunt was the person who, hurt my dad.
You can say the real word. I don't judge. Anyway, you only trust Ford and your sister right now?
Of course, after what Mum did, well, how should I be expected to just trust anyone?
True, I suppose. I'll see you tomorrow then?
If I go to school.
Freddie... Well, that went well.
Connor enters the room.
Eve?
Don't worry about it.
I will worry about it, though. And you.
You don't need to worry about me.
You're lying to me, though.
Let me deal with it, alright?
Eve storms out.
Fine.
Ford, you're back.
You don't care.
I do.
Stop pretending you do.
Ford was glancing at a locked drawer.
What is this? Why is it always locked?
You don't need to go in there, Ford.
I thought the secrets were over.
Raylan sees a set of keys on a hook and plucks them off.
Attempt with these.
She hands them to Ford.
Let's see which key will open this drawer.
Don't.
Ford ignores her. The fourth key Ford tries clicks open the drawer.
Why are all of Dad's things here? I thought you got rid of them. They were here?
Ford rummages through the drawer and finds something hidden at the bottom.
A letter from Dad.
Ford, don't.
Addressed to me.
Ford, you should read it.
Please, just...
You've been hiding a lot from me, Mom. You wanted me to know the truth. You didn't. You wanted me to read this probably at the time, but I guess now is as good as any.
Ford, I don't think you should...
Rose, just shut up for once.
Excuse me? Raylan, you're under my roof, and I agreed to take you in.
And?
That means I don't have to allow you to stay here.
Well, clearly Ford needs me.
Ford tears the letter open.
I even thought you were going to treat everyone slightly better after what happened to Liliana after she told me the truth. But I was wrong.
Ford, I'm sorry. You can read it.
I was going to anyway.
Ford looks down at the letter, shaking. Then he starts to read.
Dear Ford, I'd just like you to know something.
Something I should have known?
You never know. It might tell you more secrets that even Liliana didn't know about that fateful day.
I don't know if you know much about your aunt. Your Aunt Yvonne.
Oh, I know plenty now. But I didn't then. I was oblivious, but only because Mom forced me to be.
Ford.
Don't.
She has something against me. She probably even has something against your mom, too.
But I thought Dad was the real problem.
It wasn't.
Clearly you, Rose, have been hiding a lot of secrets from your own son.
Rhea!
I don't know what's going to happen. She blackmailed Ted, Liliana's father, and I am to meet her at the bar.
Wait, what? Blackmail? No one told me this.
Liliana didn't know. Doesn't know.
I figured that out. But you did.
Ford.
Rose, shut up. Stop.
She said she'd hurt you, Ford, if we didn't meet her.
Me? What did she want with me? Oh gosh, why didn't no one ever tell me this?
Ford, calm down. You were 3.
And?
Ford, you'd never have forgiven me if I told you.
I would have forgiven you a lot more than you keeping it hidden for 8 years.
Ford.
Leave me alone, Mom.
I couldn't let her hurt you. So Ted and I got ready to head to the bar.
And then what?
It was then I suddenly thought that Yvonne could unleash her anger. So, before leaving, I made sure to find you.
The hug.
I had to hug you goodbye, but I couldn't say what was wrong as I was worried about you. On my way to the kitchen, I had an argument with your mom and Amber. They did not like the fact that I was about to leave the house.
Your last memory of him.
Your mom didn't agree to give you this letter if we didn't make it home. I'm not sure if it'll ever reach you, but I really hope it does.
Mom, I hate you. You even said it to him?
Ford, calm.
Don't.
I'm truly sorry, Ford. I love you. And Amber, too. Love from Nate.
Ford.
It's fine. I can deal with it. I'm just angry because Mom was supposed to give it to me. And even though Dad told her to before his death, she still didn't. I wanted to know about my dad, Mom.
I'm sorry.
I can't accept that, and no. I'm sorry.
Ford runs up to his room, crying.
Ford.
I'm sorry.
Why are you trying to reason with me now? I totally understand why Ford is upset, and he has every right to be. And I wasn't there, so don't aim your apologies at me.
Rhea, look.
I'm not sure you could ever make it up to Ford. Plus, his sister is missing.
I do know that. She's my daughter.
Like you even care. You've never even mentioned her name.
Well, I'm worried she won't come back.
Ford won't let that happen. His friends have his back.
Who are his friends? Except Johnny.
You don't even know him, Rose.
Raylan.
Look, I'm standing right here, and if you'd forgotten, Liliana got shoved off of a bridge to get him what he'd always wanted. The truth that you didn't tell him. So you're just as much to blame there. And then he spent days talking to Freddie about that. Not that you'd remember.
Of course I remember.
Ford was practically begging you to tell him, and he begged even more after what happened to Liliana, and you were still hesitant. I can't even believe you're his mom. At least, you're supposed to be.
Don't you dare tell me how to parent my kids.
Well, you're clearly a bad parent, and one of them is missing with no idea if she's dead or alive, so...
Get out!
What?
You are no longer allowed in my house.
So I'm supposed to go back to living on the streets? Actually, no. I'm sure Louisiana will be more than happy to give me a bed. It's more than you're willing to do when it's your sister who lost custody of her own daughters anyway. I'll be happy there, and don't be upset if Ford runs off.
Runs off?
Not as in runs away, but when you speak to me and him in this tone, he's not going to stick around for long. Freddie said there's a spare room in the house if Ford needs it.
Rhea!
You don't want me here. Bye. I'm going to speak with Louisiana.
Wait!
Raylan storms out the door, slamming it shut. Ford comes downstairs, startled by the continuous shouting.
Wait, what happened?
I kicked her out.
You what? Her and Freddie are the only people who even listen to me. The only reason I'm staying under your roof is because she was here.
She'll be safe with Louisiana.
Yes, but I don't feel safe with you.
What's that supposed to mean?
There's no way I'm staying alone in a house with you. Not after everything.
You're the only thing left. Rhea's left, Nico's left, and Amber, she...
Don't even say her name. She's not gonna come home, Mom.
But you don't have to go too.
What? You're expecting me to run away too? Maybe from you? I might.
Don't talk to me like that.
Whatever. Maybe I can't stay with Johnny. Not after earlier, but there is someone who'd be willing to offer me a home. All you ever offer me was a bedroom. You never support me. At least my friend do. While Johnny's attempting and failing to go behind my back, Sabrina will back him all the way, leave us out with his new girl, Courtney. I've never even met her. Liliana's scared of everyone except me, but I can barely have a conversation with her. I barely know Lena. Raylan is a cousin, so she's more family than friend, and at least Freddie listens to me.
I'll be waiting for you.
Don't bother. I'm not coming back.
Ford grabs his backpack off the countertop and runs out the door, also slamming it just as Raylan had done.
I've lost everyone now. I hope he stays safe.
Thunder abruptly crashed in the sky.
Wait. Ford just left. Kara hurt him in a storm. He's afraid of storms. I'm getting extremely bad deja vu.